I want to bring us into our activity. Andrea already shared kind of what that activity is. So, activity card number 21, create your bucket list. So, that's the card here. We have our cards. Our cards have been out. We are on year number 2, or almost to actually number 2 officially. Black Friday will be number 2, year number
Mhm.
2 in business for us. And it says here, list out your wildest dreams. Listing out your wildest dreams can motivate us to make them a reality over the week, which we're doing this tonight. Write out your bucket list. Give it a fun, inspiring name. Make a random list or organize by theme or topic. If you're feeling creative, decorate the paper or adorn an actual bucket. Be sure to keep the list handy to keep you inspired. So today you have an option, and we put it in inside the meeting notes that you have that option of creating a physical one or creating a virtual one. So today we're going to show our bucket list. We have some digital ones, and we'll show you how to create that. And we even have templates for you. All right. So Andrea.
Okay, so what is a bucket list? So, simply put, like a bucket list is a collection of your goals, dreams, and aspirations that you would like to accomplish within your lifetime. So, I've seen people do it like a bucket list by seasons, by year, by increments. What's my bucket list the next 5 years? What's my bucket list the next 10 years? So, you can approach it however you feel comfortable with. But the most important part of it is just kind of like dream big and really think about things that you feel will make you, fulfilled in life. So that what is a bucket list. So that's what that is.
OMGs, there we go.
So you kind of ask yourself, okay, what's the point of creating a bucket list? Why should I do it? So you put together kind of like a few reasons why a bucket list is important. So it helps you focus on what you aspire to experience in life and achieve. It encourages you to step out of your comfort zone, and it creates a sense of fulfillment. And that's pretty much, what you kind of want to get out of it. What is it that I want to do that will make me get that sense of fulfillment in life? And it can serve as a motivational visual, just like with a vision board. A bucket list is something either tangible that you can hold and always look at on a daily basis, um, or also, if digitally you want to save it somewhere and hang it up in your home, that's something that you can also do as well. But these are kind of just a few of the benefits of why creating a bucket list is really helpful.
All right. So now we're going to just take a second and kind of reflect on um, kind of those benefits of the bucket list and why you should do it. And we have some questions to kind of get your creative juices flowing. You might already have some things. I feel like Instagram has just made it so easy to add to your bucket list because people are sharing all the trips that they've gone on, and just the reels that they put out for all the different places are amazing. So
Yeah.
let's start to think about some of these things. And I have a couple questions here that I want you to think about. So, one, what makes me feel fulfilled? What makes you feel fulfilled? What interests me? What makes my soul happy? What is something new I want to try? That's probably the number one thing that goes on your bucket list, right? What do I want to get out of these experiences? Is there a new place I want to visit? Is there a person I want to meet? And is there a long term goal that I want to achieve? So, those are some of those things that kind of get you going. All right. Now, out of the creatives, okay, I will give that to Andrea all day long. Andrea is the creative for the physical ones. We did a gratitude jar, and her gratitude jar was by far the prettiest little gratitude jar ever. I still have my gratitude jar, and I continue to add things to it. It's here. I'm not going to show it too much because it's not as pretty as Andrea's. Um, but creating those little things. I love it. I love the physical ones that you can
And it's
have.
nice to have those around. Like you always like as soon as you wake up, you see that there. Like so
Hmm.
that's one of our self care activities, like creating a gratitude jar. And we encourage like T on the show, like to actually do a physical one. It's
Yes.
very relaxing and you kind of express your kind of creativity with it.
All right. All right. So if you saw the link that we have, I am going to get ready to go into another screen to show you more about that one. And we're going to get into the Canva demo. So let me come here. Let's see. I'm going to click the link actually. And you should see this little link here. And once you click in and say use template, then it's going to open up for you all of the templates that we created. So these are some ones that we've created for you. This is like other options if you wanted to kind of create and move it around, feel free to do so. But here all of these items are customizable. So if you've never used Canva before, you can take some of these items. Some of them you can change out the color. So this is yours. You can rename it, right? So you can rename it whatever you want to rename it to be, because this is going to be your bucket list that you can download, that you can change, that you can print out, that you can save somewhere. This is your list. So we've created these little sticker ones here that have photo frames. And if you want to go to Google and you want to go to, maybe you want to see, I'm going to give you um, one of the things from my list, Zanzibar. So maybe you want to go to Zanzibar, and I'm going to go to
That's a
images.
part two. I didn't. You
So
know each other too long.
I know. Well, I'm always down for the beach
Or
all the
did you
time.
copy me? You didn't copy me, did
I
you?
did not copy you. I haven't even looked at your list yet. I know you sent it, but I haven't looked at it yet. All right. So I copied this image, right? So clicked here. You can copy this image and then you can go here and then you can paste it as soon as I find paste, but I don't see it. So I'm going to Command V. Uh oh. Live demos never want to go your way. Copy image. Let's
Hey,
see.
Latasca. Welcome.
Hello. All right, here you go. So now that image is here. Now it's floating here, but I want to put that image on this photo. So I'm going to hover over it until it pops in. So you can put pictures there like that, or you can come down here and actually just put text. So if you just like to put text, and so if I wanted to put Zanzibar here, Zanzibar, then I can type it here and I'll make it a little bit bigger so you can see kind of what I'm typing in, because I know that screen is a little bit small. So you can do it here. That's another option for you as well. And
And
I'll
feel
come
free to add
here.
pictures if you want to. Um, Outside of using text, you can also just add in pictures to that template as well.
Yes, you can do whatever you want. So like even how we had it, hold on. How we had it here, if I wanted to come here and paste again that same picture, maybe I want to just put it here. And then you have this thing called elements. And you may have it, if you have the free account, it may be some like this, may not be exactly like it, but you can see some kind of frames that you can put it in. So maybe you want to put this in like a frame like this. So I'm going to move this here and I'm going to hover it and put it there. And then maybe I want to resize it and add it in like this. So this would be items in my bucket list. If you want to change the colors, you can change the colors to whatever you like. This is your bucket list, so make it how you want. And then we also have another option here where you can make it into categories. So if you go to text and you can add text here, you can hover it here, and then you can add in whatever text you want. And then the best thing to do from here is to take and duplicate. So you can duplicate and then just start typing, any more text that's here. And then you can do that for all the different categories. If you don't like these particular categories, change it. Change it to whatever category you want it to be, because this is your bucket list. So that is the beauty of this. All of this stuff is editable, even down to the name, right? So you can change the name as well. Whatever you'd like to change it to.
Welcome.
All right. So I'm going to just bring this over here in this screen really quickly, and I can always bring it back until we come in. It's time to create your bucket list. So that was the template link to create your bucket list. So start putting some items on it. And we have our playlist. So we are going to start our playlist again of songs that we have on our Melanin Queen Creative playlist. So I'm going to turn up the music and we're going to go ahead and get into it. It's crazy that we ended our one on this particular song because closer to our dreams, right? Like that's literally what we're talking about, right? To those dreams that we want to do. And I feel like that's so fitting, so fitting of things that we have. So if you enjoyed the music, let us know. We definitely try to curate some good music. It's on our Melanin Queen Creative playlist. Black Music Month was last month, and we definitely tried to make sure we added a few things. So if you have had the playlist before, maybe check it. It should update. Okay. Deborah said I have to figure out this virtual thing. I'm an OG old girl. Look, I know it's a learning curve. Let me know if you have questions. The text one is like helpful. That one's a little bit better. So feel free if you still, even if you need to write down the categories and you don't quite have it all together, that's fine. But I'm glad you enjoyed the music. So glad that you enjoyed the music. All right. So who is ready to share? Is anyone willing to be a brave soul and go first? I would love for Andrea to talk about her bucket list.
Thanks, girl. So, with it being summer season, I'm just in a travel vacation mode. So, my bucket list heavily focused on that. And so, I kind of really focus on just a couple places that I want to go to. One being Zanzibar. The water there is just too gorgeous, just like Greece. So, that's always been on my list, specifically Santorini. Attend a Vegas show. So I've been to Vegas before, but never kind of actually went to a show. And maybe my first show, maybe Usher, still thinking about it. But that's something that I thought, I want to do. I'm really into music and stuff. Then Northern Lights in Iceland, kind of seeing one of those natural wonders, want to experience that. And speaking of Iceland, also do the Blue Lagoon and then go to White Sands Park in New Mexico. I don't know if anyone's heard of that place, but it's a beautiful desert in New Mexico with white sand. And when you go there, people are kind of like sand surfing, doing sand sledding. So I kind of want to experience that. And I've seen people on TikTok take like gorgeous photos there. So being able to see that in person. And outside of going to places, one thing that I actually like want to probably experience actually doing activity is burlesque. Like I've always been in love with the costumes and the glam and the sexiness of it. So maybe taking like a burlesque class, and if I muster up the courage, doing a burlesque show. But I always just enjoyed just seeing just the artistry of it. So that's my bucket list.
Oh, that is so cute. Okay, one, I gotta go back. I gotta kind of come back to both screens for a second because I did not look at her board. Okay, when she sent it to me like maybe 20 minutes ago or something,
Mhm.
and I didn't look at it. So we were getting ready to come onto the meeting, and I added my bucket list to this spot as well and didn't look at it. I did mine and then copied it onto this one. And it's funny because we have a lot of similarities.
We did not look at each other's bucket list. We did not look. I didn't look at her. She didn't look at mine.
So I'm going to get into my list. I chose to do the categories. And for my list, I broke it up and kept the categories that was in the template. So travel, I have see the Northern Lights. And the Northern Lights, actually in Maryland, tonight's Thursday, they said that we may be able to see something tonight.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
It
from
was a
like,
longer list, but now they're saying it's not as many places they thought it would be.
oh no, really? Because I haven't checked back.
Yeah.
Oh, are we still on the list or no?
I don't know, but it's a possibility we may not be, but yeah.
Oh no. Okay. So yeah, I really want to see the Northern Lights. I thought maybe I could take a nap and try to see them tonight, but maybe I guess not. So that's definitely on my list. Thank you, Andrea, for breaking my spirits. um, thought I could get one of those things out the way, but going to St. Lucia. I put that on there because I really loved how the islands look. That was one of the places that was a wish item for my first honeymoon. We end up choosing the Bahamas just based on price alone, but I always thought St. Lucia was beautiful. And one of the yoga teachers that went on my retreat this past May, she's going to do her yoga retreat in St. Lucia next year. So I'm going to get a chance to go to St. Lucia. So I'm very excited about that. Going to Egypt, seeing the pyramids, I just feel like those are just beautiful and I can't wait to see them. Zanzibar is also on the list. I talked about that. For entertainment, uh, going to see Lion King on Broadway. I've never seen a Broadway show. I've seen shows at the Kennedy Center. I've seen stuff like at in Vegas, but I've never gone to a show on Broadway. So I would love to go to a Broadway show. There's a music festival
You're
that's
right.
in.
Lion King is at the Kennedy Center, but did
It
it already
is.
pass?
It is,
Oh,
but
but
I
you
want
want
to
to go
see it
back
on
to yeah.
Broadway. There's a music festival that I've seen in Ghana, and I'm like, this festival looks so lit, so I want to go and see it in Ghana. And then one day a hot air balloon ride. I know that they can be extremely dangerous, so I probably will go when I'm a little bit older, just in case something happens. I've lived life, and I would go do the hot air balloon ride. Um,
Okay.
and for career wise, I've been talking about this and I've had this on my vision board for the past 2 or 3 years now. I want to start my entrepreneur podcast. I want to do it where in a space where I can be consistent. And so that's why I have not seen it. I have not done it yet. I see Deborah said that Lion King is beautiful. She saw it in San Francisco. I haven't seen it because I'm like, I want to see it on Broadway. I've seen Aladdin. I've seen. Did I see the Hamilton? No. I saw some other stuff at the Kennedy Center. The Alvin Ailey, like all those, but I really want to see Lion King like on Broadway. Um, I want to take my reset rest retreat on tour. That's a big career bucket list for me. I've done a rest and restore retreat in November, and I'm doing another one this November. But I want to take it on tour and be able to take that to multiple cities. And then I would love, love, love for Melanin Queen Creative for us to do an activity, maybe even like this activity, but something in person at Essence Festival. That is on my career bucket list. I want us to be at Essence and I want us to host something at Essence. So that's on the list. And then relationship wise, I just feel like those water villas are the most beautiful romantic things. And I would love to be able to take a trip, couples trip for that. and then at some point, some his and her ink. I am not a big tattoo fan, but I love like some type of symbolic tattoo that's like, something that is half of one or something like that. Not a name. I don't do names on bodies,
Or
but
faces.
or
You saw that as
faces.
wrong.
Yeah, no, I
Face.
don't do names or faces, but I would love to do something that's like a his and her ink. I think that's something cool. So at some point, I would love to do those things relationship wise. And so yeah, that's the list.
Now, do
Let
you
us
see
know.
your list changing, or you feel like? I mean, I think someone mentioned it earlier. Like, depending on where you are in life, maybe you go back and you kind of like, this is set in stone. Like, this is what. Yeah.
Absolutely. And these are just like a couple different things that were on the list of things to do. But there's so many other things like Greece is on the list, like, the Blue Lagoon is definitely on the list. And those things change, and maybe the priority level goes up or down. We already talked about, and Tina and Deborah said, you got to expect the unexpected, that those things can flip and change in a moment. So you got to be prepared for life because life be lifing. So, yeah.
But the goal, hopefully, that you're adding to it, not taking away. Even though life happens, you kind of stick to, what is it that I really want to do and feel fulfilled. So, like you said, keeping that Northern Star. So, I know that everyone didn't get a chance to finish their bucket list, but just to think about, when you get your bucket list all together, what to do with it. And so, once some ideas, print it out and frame it. So I saw this picture. Someone actually framed their bucket list, and that's good to have as a visual reminder to keep going. So you can either make it, she wrote it out, typed it out, or you can use photos. But consider framing it if you want to print out your Canva template. Another idea is I saw some cute ideas as far as if you created like an actual physical bucket. So I've seen people use like clothespins, popsicle sticks, but those are kind of just like little cute ways to kind of keep a bucket list handy if you need daily motivation. And then be sure, if you do your digital bucket list, to tag us or share it with your immediate friends and family. You never know who else you might inspire in your circle. So you can tag us at Melanin Queen Creative if you want to save your bucket list as a photo. And just getting into a reminder again was our self-care activities. So this is just one of the many activities that we've done tonight. And like we mentioned earlier, they're really centered around just practicing mindfulness. Life can really be going a mile a minute, and just taking that moment to kind of slow down and think about, what is it that you want to achieve in life. That taking that moment of introspection, learning more about yourself. So this is kind of like really the intention behind this card set, is to just to help women kind of take that moment to yourself and celebrate yourself. Um, think about what you want to achieve in life, build that sisterhood, and just learn more about yourself. So this is, again, is our card set, Alicia Melanin Magic. And tonight's activity was just one of many activities that are featured in this box.
And I see Deborah asked, do we sell the cards online? Yes, yep, we do sell them online. It's a box set that looks like that. So there's 52 of them. We have the information, and I'll put that information in the chat as well. But it's melaninqueencreative.com. Feel free to go to our website. And this is just one of the testimonials that we got, just to share it. And I don't know, Andrea, if you want to put in the chat the link, but this was one we did a event in February. We did one in February in person. This one was the self love event that we did, and they got the cards at the event, and then they did one. I feel like it might have not been January because they have Christmas stuff
No,
in.
yeah. So this is the
Which one
one,
was that?
the end of the year self care event in December.
December.
So
Yes.
yes, that's why the holiday. Yep.
Okay. I know some of them came for the Valentine's Day one. So we
Mhm.
do kind of rotating. We do in person and we do virtual events. So it's nice to get people from all over. Like we got Bermuda, we got California and Texas, so and DC. So Shay, if you're local, feel free to join us at one of our local events. But we got together yesterday and kicked off the Wildest Dreams bucket list card, and so this one kind of even inspired us to say, "Hey, we should do this one." And they said they never knew that one they had a lot of commonalities. Like even Andrea and I, we had a lot of commonalities in our list, and they said many of us had never taken the time to dream the impossible. So that was pretty cool. All right. So how to use our cards. Thanks for putting that link inside of the chat. So that's the link if you'd like to get more information. So how to use our cards. Of course, you can do events like this. We do one a month where we again do it virtually or we do it in person, and we go over one of the cards just to kind of really be able to interact. And then make sure you're going through it. So even if you buy it, you still get to go through it. But it's nice to have a journal. We have a lot of journal prompts within it, so have some type of journal. If you'd like to get an accountability partner, Andrea and I used to do this every Sunday, so we would do our activities every Sunday. You want to again approach it with honesty, with openness, and just have fun with it. Be willing to step outside your comfort zone. Of course, avoid the overthinking with it as well. Here is our link that you can order it. So if you'd like to order our cards, you can order them. They make great gifts, especially for the person that has everything and doesn't do stuff for themselves. This is
It's the
also a
intentional
really,
gift as well. Just being intentional with your gift giving as well.
mm-hmm,
Something you can buy someone a hat, shirt, but something that they can really, something that will have an impact on them and help them with their self care. So just something that's more thoughtful. Great
yes,
idea.
there are 52. So you have a whole year of gift giving.
Mm-hmm.
So when
Don't
we
ask for
did this,
nothing else.
right.
Sorry.
When we did this, the gift that kind of sparked this was something that I gave Andrea. And again, this helped us during COVID, where I bought one for me, I bought one for her, and we kind of did it together. So it was really nice.
Hi,
Yes,
Shay.
thank
Thank you
you.
for joining. Thank you, Deborah, for the compliment as well.
Yes. So, Shay, before you leave, we are going to be in DC next month. So, we are celebrating Black Business Month. So, hopefully, you can join us in person, Shay. It's Sunday, August 27th. We're going to be in person. So, keep an eye out, view our mailing list as well as Eventbrite. But, Andrea, you want to tell us a little bit more about what we're going to do on the 27th?
Yeah, so August, if anyone didn't know, is Black Business Month. So Tiana and I already just love um, kind of celebrating and supporting local Black businesses. Whether they're local, online. So we thought that one of our activities actually is number 52, actively support, which is would be perfect for this month to kind of go out in your local community and really patronize Black owned businesses. So on the 27th, we're going to go to, it's called Black and Forth. So it's done, her name was Angel, and she created like a spice sweet store. So she collects all these different spices from around the world, and we actually went to her spot last year, but she's relocated to a bigger place. And I love her citrus pill. Her spice is really good on salmon. So we're going back there because she hosts a Black farmers market. So there'll be other local businesses, vendors there to support. So we're looking forward to that. So if you're in DC on Sunday, August 27th, please come join us for this tour of her new spot and also just really support local Black farmers, vendors, I
Yes.
mean.
It might be some farmers there as well. And as we close out, we thank you so much for interacting and sharing. We love the perspective of someone that's older that kind of can be like, hey, this is life. And these are some of the things that, yeah, like you said, we did all of these things. So, like, we're in that season of kind of where you are with getting things done. But we're going to be in a different season at some point, and priorities change, bucket list items change. And thank you for that reminder of like, have fun, get things done, get it out the way now, don't wait. I love that. So if you enjoyed this, we would really, really love if you would take our survey, let us know, give us some feedback. We are again about 2 years into this, and we love to get feedback. We love to hear how things are going. We love those testimonials. So feel free as well. Shout us out on your social media. Word of mouth is always great, especially for Black businesses. And we always hear the negative about Black businesses. So we love to get some positive ones and positive stories. So feel free to share those out. And Andrea, did you have any last words to close us out?
I was just putting the survey link in the chat, and I also put the link to our Black Business Tour if you're available. But like Tiana mentioned, we do both in person and virtual events that are centered around each of our card activities. So we hope that this particular event has been beneficial and you found it to be uplifting and motivating for you to achieve your goals in life and your dreams. So next month, like we said, we'll do a Black Business Tour. And then after that, we're thinking about maybe doing like a in-person like self-care picnic. So we have a lot of fun ideas to bring us together in a meaningful way and just have fun with self-care and at the same time kind of uplift each other. So thank you again for joining us.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, ladies. And please keep in touch.